Today we are looking up car parts for my vehicle because my commuter car right now is fucked. There are a couple of things that are wrong with it. Specifically, there's a coolant issue. There's pressure building up in the engine. And so far, oh hey kitty, hi, yeah, hi kitty, yeah, hi kitty. I love you too. I love you, yeah. But anyway, there's due to this, there's pressure building. Can you put your tail down, please? There's pressure building up in the vehicle that is causing a not so good issue, meaning I can't drive my car until it's fixed. Otherwise, I love you, kitty. Otherwise, we'll be absolutely shit out of luck. So, and I kind of need to drive to work every day. So, we're gonna look online for a couple of things. I got like three things I need to look at. But welcome back. I know, guys. I know it's been a really long time since I've been online. I feel just as bad as Corey Kenshin right now. Every time he hops on stream and ain't nobody watching anymore. Well, I mean everybody's watching. Oh my God, Polyfish, my guy, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome to the stream. This is me just looking up car parts for my vehicle because I'm retarded and have not treated my car correctly. I'm assuming for like the past as long as I've had it, right? So we're gonna look up a couple of things to try and fix my vehicle because I don't know if any of you have seen my car, but it's hope you can get the car fixed soon. Yeah, it's hopefully it's a simple fix. Let me look up. Uh, Water. I don't want to do water pump because that means I gotta like. I gotta. Thank you for the likes. I really appreciate that. 2012. Yo, what is up? How the fuck do I say your name? Hasibul Islam Ram. You just mashed the buttons on your screen, didn't you? Oh, it's okay. We got Netanyahu up in here. Again, I don't know how to say that guy's name either. Sorry, guys. You guys are shit out of luck. But anyway, we're going to look up some car parts for my vehicle. Lil Peep Love. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also, thank you guys for the likes. I really appreciate that. Why are 19 of you still here? Anyway, we're going to look up some car parts for my vehicle. Thank you for the like. I really appreciate that. Right now, we need a thermometer, I think. Thermostat. There we go. Enter. I'm looking for a thermostat for my specific vehicle. Car part review stream? Maybe. $40. That's expensive as fuck. Show? Okay, let me show you guys. Okay, here we go. Look at these. Don't mind the car type. Just know that it's $20. Yeah, you guys already saw my car type, but it's whatever. You don't stalk me, okay? If you stalk me, I'm shooting you dead. I don't care. Hello from Russia. Welcome from Russia, my guy. Where are you from? Big old state of Texas. But anyway, the thermostat is what I need. And these are the housings. Why is it $40? It's sensor. That's what we need. We need the fucking sensor. That looks a lot better. So we need that. Hold on. Control C. Damn, bro, don't stress out. Nah, I'm not stressing. No worries. Also, appreciate the likes. Thank you guys. I really appreciate that. We need to look up water heater line. I can't fucking spell water heater line. There we go. Water heater line. Oh, that is not expensive at all. That's like $20. And if I go and get it in person, it should be less. It should be less. Just don't stalk me because I'll show you again. Hold on. Here you guys go. Look at this. We got a couple water heater lines. They're like $30 here. 50 is for this like really fucking big one. But this one's a fucking pipe. I don't know why it's a pipe. We don't need pipe unless I'm laying down pipe. Okay, y'all know what's up. But we got one here that's like that's like $18, but it's looking to be about $30, which I'm fine with. I'm okay with a $30 purchase. So anyway, there's that, and then we're about to look up another fucking part that we need. We're just gonna Control-C, Control-V for my car type, and then I think it's a fuel pump. Wait. I don't know. Why do all Americans use iPhones when they're good? I'm using an iPhone right now. What are you? Not an iPhone. I'm using a Samsung right now. What are you talking about? I'm using Samsung, boy. Okay, we cheap up in here. I don't give a fuck. Samsung's awesome. I prefer Samsung. Facts, Team Android. Let's go, Team Android. I need to look up. I just deleted all my progress. Fuck. Control-C, Control-V. Okay. It's like intake line. Oh, intake hose. I think. Yeah, there it is. Also like $15. I want to see, is there one that I can find? Because I'm going to have to go around tomorrow to a bunch of auto parts stores. O'Reilly Auto Parts. So they don't have it in stock near me. But I do see that they do have some. It looks like, what the hell is that? Ew. Yeah, I think it's like a fuel line. I think it's called, let me look up fuel line instead. Fuel line. That ain't it. That is not it. That looks like a hospital instrument. iPhone is just selling the brand name like a Nike. For real, they're just selling the brand name. This looks like surgical equipment. The fuck is this? That looks like something you put against someone's heart to see if it's fucking beating. What is that? It's a fucking stethoscope. Look at that. That don't look like no fuel line. That looks like a stethoscope. But no, that is not what I need. I'm pretty sure the first one, the intake. But we had like a jerk in it. Skechers shoes are very car dentist looks. For real. Looks like car dentist shit. What else? But basically, there's a tube that. Hey, yo! No, there's a tube that I'm taking from my engine, right? If I do not have this tube, I don't have working engine. Pressure line. That might be what it is. Pressure. Tube. What is that? That is also not it. That just looks like an elephant dick. That just looks like an elephant dick. But no, so I want something that's more rubber so I can put it in. Hey, yo, pause. Basically, I want a rubber tube that is insulated so it can withstand higher temperatures because that's going directly into my engine. It's directly putting fuel into my engine. Me going straight to ChatGPT for real because I don't remember what this thing is fucking called. But basically, there's I have a water heater line that's going out and it's causing. Basically, it's there's too much pressure in my vehicle, which means right now we're hoping it's the thermostat sensor. That's the hope. But if it's not the thermostat sensor, I'm just fucked. Like I will probably be having to take an Uber to work daily. That's how fucked it is. Yo, what's up, Lise? Is that Liz or Lise? Lise Contreras. Ooh, is it Liz Contreras? Is that what that is? Am I just retarded? Bark? Wendy, why are you looking for thirst traps right now? That's my question. Wendy Watson, why are you looking for thirst traps? Also, thank you for the like. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Um, I mean, this is looking slightly closer to what I was looking for, but it's still not. Ooh, wait, there it is. Coolant thermostat. That's what I need. That's definitely what I need for my vehicle. Um, Basically, there's a little sensor, right? And that sensor can fuck up everything because it basically is like, hey, there's too much pressure in your car, and I go, oh, okay. Well, I'll burp my car. I'll swaddle it like a young child, right? Like an infant baby that I can throw into a blender and just mix it up and kill it. You know, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was a really insensitive joke. But anyway, basically, I'm swaddling my car, trying to get it to burp for me, and we've burped it a couple times, and because of the sensor, it's basically saying, hey, apply more force, right? And so it's going, it's sucking with all its might. With all its might. I'm pretty sure I've seen some women who don't suck nearly as much. You're talking about the cabin or the engine pressure? The engine pressure. Um, so I was watching Speed. Of course you were. Of course you were. I can tell because you're over here being like, bark for me. Bark for me, Daddy. That's what you're saying over here. Okay, that's you just being weird. I can tell. Wait, am I getting notifications? Oh yeah, it's just Instagram. But yeah, no. So because of that, the sensor might be, and if it's not the sensor, I'm just fucked because it means that my water pump is fucked, which means I have to take apart most of my engine to like reinstill this. Not fun. Not fun. Um. So yeah, that is a project for tomorrow, and I'm just looking at prices. This doesn't look too expensive. I should pay. This is probably going to be like maybe $150 total to fix everything. Mhm. Yeah, it's looking like a $250. Not 250, 150 max. Which is fine. Which is fine. Um. All right, now that I have that, that should be okay. I just need to go find that at an O'Reilly's Auto Parts, just wherever. Probably gonna call them up, be like, "Hey, O'Reilly's, y'all got parts for me?" And they go, "No. Why would we have parts?" You know, because why would an O'Reilly's Auto Store have anything auto about the fucking store? You know, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, Kitty, where you at? Where's my cat? Kitty. Oh, there you are. She's taking a nap. So anyway, since we're no longer working on that, would y'all guys like to hear my Minecraft theory that I have been cooking up? Oh, O'Reilly's. Wendy Watson wants to bark. Ow. I'm gonna make fun of Wendy for wanting me to bark. That was weird. Question. Do you guys want to hear about my Minecraft theory? I wrote a 4-page essay on this in one night. I shit you not. Let me open up Google Docs. Hold on. I might actually already have it open. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I wish that you could just like spam pictures in there because I feel like the Angry Bird emoji would be going. Okay, so basically, I believe the nether is wet. Okay. Moist nether theory, okay? I'm just gonna also thank you for the like. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Basically, I have been going down a Minecraft theory deep dive because I don't think anyone has quite yet fine tuned the Minecraft theory, the whole entire Minecraft lore. Okay, I think people get bits and pieces of it right, but I don't think everyone gets it right. And sometimes, also, thank you for the like. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I think there are some people who are just not quite there yet. So in preparation for this new in Dungeons 2 is eventually going to lead to the fourth dimension. I know for a fucking fact. They're probably going to release it this September, and then so they can have it ready by next year's summer, right? In July, July, June, August, that time frame. Um, this is going. I say this fourth dimension is going to be there before the end update. I think what they're doing is they're doing like a big drop, right? That's going to be the new dimension. We're going to play this new dimension. We're going to get acquainted with it. We're going to be like, whoa, what lore implications does this have? And then immediately preceding that, end update, because they're going to see how we react to that. And it might be a 3-year time span before the end update. If I'm right, big brain play, okay? Big brain play. Anyway, on to the actual theory that I have for Minecraft. The nether is moist, and I can prove it, okay? I can definitively prove it without a doubt. Let's dive in. Okay, first off, the nether is hot as fuck. Hello, yo, what's up, the wolf? How you doing? Theo the wolf? That's not what that fucking says. That says thou wow Jay. I'm retarded. I'm so sorry I got your name wrong, but also I appreciate the likes, guys. You guys are doing so much right now. Thank you. So anyway, back to the Minecraft theory, right? Moist nether. The nether is hot as shit. It has been a long time. Yes, it has. The nether is hot as fuck. So hot, in fact, that when water gets placed in the nether, it instantly evaporates. So we do know that the nether is hot. Okay, so we know that temperature in Minecraft does exist, lava and stuff like that. It's not like lava's the only thing that is hot, right? We know that the nether is hot. We also know that there are several things in the nether that require water to exist. It's hot enough that water only exists as a gas and not a liquid. Correct, okay? Hear me out now. I think it's humid in there. Like, you walk in and you're probably like, wow, it's hot, but like a humid heat, like as if you were in the middle of Texas, right? In my home state, okay? If you were here in Texas, that's how it would feel in the nether, right? Now, the reason I say this is because I don't know if any of you know, but the ghast in Minecraft is a golem that requires water in order to hydrate and expand. Well, how the fuck does that creature, the dried ghast, hydrate in a place with no water? There's enough water in the air. It's so dense with water. It has to be either a jungle that used to be there, or some type of ocean type thing that could also. Ooh. I don't know if it's an ocean. Probably not an ocean. We're going to stick with right now that it was a jungle of some sort. Basically, jungle-like biome. Think with me, guys. Jungle-like biome. Take a jungle-like biome and he basically annihilate it. Imagine, for some reason, there's a bunch of volcanic activity. It explodes. But why is it an unhappy gas, though? Okay, so basically, everything dies. Great cataclysm. The ancient builders were there before it turned into the current nether. I believe that at some point they found a portal, they went in, and they went in. Either way, the ghast appears, okay? There's a bunch of dead creatures that are in the Soul Sand Valley. The Soul Sand Valley looks a lot like there's a bunch of water lines within the soil, right? Soul Sand has a bunch of these other things. It is so incredibly hot in there that the water expands. A ghast is naturally a cold temperate creature, a creature that requires the cold kind of to live, but because it is a golem of sorts, it's not necessary. A ghast is made of bone. Basically, it's one giant skull that is expanded outward, right? Some other bones are attached to the bottom. Because it is hot, the air is expanded more than if it were cold. The cold air basically keeps the ghast happy, right? Because it's not. Imagine me, but now imagine me 800 pounds heavier. I'd probably be in a bit of fucking pain, right? So when we look at a picture of a happy ghast and an unhappy ghast, the crying ghast, I should say, the crying ghast is I think 10% larger, 10% bigger than a happy ghast. And a happy ghast lives in the overworld. It also explains why ghasts can be rescued into the overworld by also originating in the nether. Hold on, hear me out. If a ghast is built with souls, right? I'm just going to read you this paper that I wrote. How about that? In preparation for the upcoming Minecraft update revealing the fourth dimension within the vanilla game, I have decided to take the liberty of documenting Minecraft's extremely deep and expansive lore found within each dimension. I'm going. Pardon the remix I just made there. I'm going to go into the potential science, biology, ecosystems in order to describe to the best of my ability what the Mojang team has identified as unofficial lore. This may be used for future reference to see what is and isn't Minecrafty. To begin, I'd like to start with the actual gigafuck, with what the actual gigafuck is a ghast. I wrote that down, by the way. In a minute, let's talk about the end. Yeah, I can talk about the end. In fact, I think I know what the Ender Dragon is. In fact, I think I know what the Enderman is. I think I know how the Enderman came to be, and I think it was extremely slow and extremely painful. Okay. We all can just agree that the Nether is moist because it has steam, it's in the air. The steam gets onto the soul sand. That we know that the dried ghast absorbs the skin. Basically, it absorbs the air through its skin, and it eventually grows. It starts developing tears in its eyes because it's basically hurting from the inside, from the expansive air. And then because it now cries, its diet causes the gold dust that's in the air, because there's a bunch of fucking gold in here and it's underground. Basically, that gold gets into the tears become regenerative, it cries, boom. There's a nether forest that needs water to grow. Yes, and mushrooms, I don't know if you know, in fungi, usually need a very damp and they require damp environments. Most fungi require damp environments in order to live to begin with. It's dark, it's wet, lots of dead things, great for fungus. So anyway, that's why. So not only does the fungus require water, the ghast requires water, and whenever you go in there, you, the player, require water. Also, I think that ghasts in the nether are also being used to fill up bottles of water that you can get from piglins. Okay, now that we're there, let's go to the end theory. I have an end theory that is gonna knock your socks off. Salam. Yo, what's up, my guy? How you doing? Welcome from... I don't know where that's from. I can't say it. Me like I don't even know what that says, my guy. Turkey. Welcome from Turkey, my guy. Welcome in, welcome in. So as all of you know, the Endermen have been a deep and dark mystery. I'm about to lead you down a really cool rabbit hole. What happens when you eat a chorus fruit? Let's look it up. What happens when you eat a chorus fruit in Minecraft? Well, 1, it restores 4 hunger points, and 2, it teleports you to a random location and cancels all fall damage while eating it, right? So, we know that teleportation when using a pearl will sometimes spawn an endermite. Now listen. You're eating a chorus fruit. Where's that endermite going to spawn? Well, if you're the one teleporting and the pearl, you throw the pearl. It opens. The thing that touched the pearl then teleports to that location. If you're eating the chorus fruit, the thing that's going to spawn the endermite, which only spawns in the pearl, right? The thing that's going to spawn the endermite is in the chorus fruit. Or, at least it's in the dimension when you bite into the chorus fruit, spawning the endermite inside of the player. Right? Now hold on. The endermite, once inside of the ancient builders, it then cocoons into an ender pearl. How are pearls made in real life? Basically, a clam bites down on it. It's a parasite. The parasite goes in. The clam shuts down. It then uses enzymes on the inside of the clam to then basically crystallize it and turn it into a pearl. Well, in Minecraft, I think it works slightly differently. Basically, the endermite, once inside a body or a humid space, digests, turns into an ender pearl, and then stays there. The player, right? These endermites are from a completely different dimension than even the end. It's from a halfway dimension. This was stated by the creators of the games themselves. They said it's like a 0.5 dimension. It's like an in-between dimension, and it's extremely hostile. Well, guess what? I think that ender pearl, because right, what happens when you apply heat to an ender pearl? I don't know, with like blaze powder. Blaze powder, we know, when applied to a rod, is able to make a blaze. Another type of golem, by the way, I'm not going to get into it. Basically, the blaze powder is an eternal fire. When you apply this eternal fire with this pearl, it puts it in. What happens? You get an Eye of Ender. We're going to use a picture here. The Eye of Ender. What is the difference between these things? See, we've got an ender pearl. It kind of has a black hole of nothingness. And all of a sudden, an eye appears within this orb, right? That means when you apply heat to this, something appears. We know, you and I both know, that when an endermite, what an endermite is an in-between dimensions, is a dimensional hopping bug. Hold on, we'll get to the dragon. If the endermite, I don't know, jumps through, if an endermite can jump through a dimension and it can teleport, it has purple stuff, which means the portal, like a regular portal that you use to go to the nether, is the same substance that it is biologically using to teleport itself. Yo, what's up, Morning Soda? High five. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Do you remember me? Yes, I remember you, Morning Soda. Welcome in. The idea is, it has been a minute. Sit down. We're talking about Minecraft lore and how Enderman might actually be an infection of a parasite. Basically, what I'm saying is the Endermites are something much greater. They're the gateway. Basically, when you burn an Endermite, you're basically applying heat to a small portal. You know what can look through that portal into the crystal? The entity that's inside. Well, what entity is in there? That's a good question. That's a good question, you might be asking. We know it's an eye of Ender. What else is a part of an Ender? Maybe the heart of Ender. And what does this kind of look like? What does the heart of Ender kind of look like? Oh my God! Oh, what is this? Oh my God! The heart of Ender is this. It is. What does that look like? An Enderman. It's an Enderman. Well, what happens when you just let it ruminate in your stomach? Right? Is this a Minecraft mod? No. That's from Dungeons. That's an official Minecraft Dungeons creature. That is official. That is a Minecraft creature. From Mojang themselves. It's a DLC, but I mean, it still counts. The DLCs are still part of the main game, you know, that you still got to play them. What do those kind of look like? It looks like MC Story Mode. It's not Story Mode. That's from Dungeons. It's an official Minecraft game. Story Mode, we're not counting Story Mode because that shit's not even real. That's made by a different company. That is not official in the slightest. People act like it is. It's not. Either way, when an eye of Ender is in your body, how does the eye of Ender heat in your body? How does an internal heat get applied? Where's a really hot spot in Minecraft? An eternally really hot spot. To a point, you can't even put water in. The Nether. And you know what we saw? We did see eternally charred bones that were slightly taller. It's almost like the infection caused them to stay in the Nether. It caused them to require blaze powder. Maybe people were eating it, which was charring their skeleton, which is why it was turned black. You were corrupting in real time. An eye of Ender was forming in your stomach. Eventually, this turned into a large, tall creature known as the Enderman. And the Enderman, right? The Enderman, guess what that is? That's the bigger version of that wither skeleton. That's the live version of what happened in the future. That infection caused them to stay in the end. We knew that at some point they were on flying ships and that they could just move around and that they had a dragon head. But why? There was an infection going on. How did all the Endermen get out? We have never seen them travel in between dimensions, but we know that there are Endermen in every single dimension. How did they get there? The infection was extremely slow. I don't think it got everyone like they think it did. I think anybody who was sitting in there, just, anyone in the end turned because they could only eat chorus fruit. But anyone in the other dimensions, how did they turn? It had to be a slow infection that's been happening over time. You know what else was there? The Endermen. What happens? Like, why don't they just attack you if they're fully taken over? I don't think they're fully taken over. I think, right? We know that they will only attack you when you look them in the eyes. You know what else has eyes? The eye of Ender. It's in their stomach. They have an eye of Ender in their stomach, and it's dormant. It's dormant in their body. That eye of Ender that's dormant in their body only activates when you look them in their eyes, because we already know that it's taking over their biology, that means Endermen are in fact regular humans. They're regular up until you look them in the eyes, which is why they attack you, because now the heart of Ender has entered through them. And we know they have magic because when you let go of an Eye of Ender, it literally floats to the end portal. No, they don't sense they don't sense the danger from the player. They know what the player is and are actively trying to get in front of him. They're trying to make you look them in the eye. So then the creature takes them over. Because we know they say hi and hello and what's up. They do it in the... Right, we know that they say those words. Also, that was baller that I could do that just now. Either way, they themselves are corrupted and they don't want to be seen. That's why when you look them in the eyes, it activates the thing in their stomach and it burns because there's blaze powder. We know blaze powder was being ingested at some point and burning through the skeleton. It would also explain why they can't go in the water. They can't touch water. And if they do, they physically burn and hurt. It's all coming full fucking circle. Full circle. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, Frosty, what about the Ender Dragon? That's not an Enderman. What if I told you this entire time that the Ender Dragon is a mutated Endermite? Hear me out. How do you get an End Crystal? You're lying. No. No. I wish. How do you get an End Crystal? To get an End Crystal, let's look up an End Crystal recipe. The End Crystal recipe. Nope, not another star. Not another star. This right here. You see that? Glass. An Ender Eye. And a Ghast Tear. What happens when you put a Ghast Tear in a potion? It becomes a regeneration potion. We know that Ghast Tears can regenerate the body because they are literally used to turn bone into a ghast. Which means, what happens when you apply a regeneration on an Eye of Ender? Don't you think it'll expand outward to try and recreate the heart of Ender? And the glass, why is the glass there? The glass keeps it contained. So it's constantly regenerating, but it has nowhere to go. So what does that regeneration have? It just turns into regular magic. It turns into a constant regen. And where does that regeneration go? Well, when you put it in a circle. When you fill the towers of obsidian and you shoot it at the egg, what happens? The egg turns into the dragon. Where do you put them? Well, you would have to put them on the obsidian towers in the end after killing the Ender Dragon. Guess what? And when you punch it, you know what you're doing? You're applying pressure to a system that already has too much energy, so it releases outward and explodes. Mm-hmm. Now hear me out. Hear me out. What happens? What is the egg, actually? What is the egg? Good question. You're going too far? No. I'm going as Minecraft intended. What is the egg? What does it kind of look like? The egg is crying obsidian. No. It's not the Ender Dragon, son. It is the Ender Dragon. I believe the Ender Dragon is a form of golem. In fact, I would go as far to say as the portal. We know that the portal is some type of fluid. It can be absorbed into things. When you break a portal, sometimes the energy of the portal will go into a block. That block is obsidian. That obsidian, when chiseled out, looks like the egg. You can chisel it into the egg, right? It's not hard to do, but now you've got an egg. What do you need from it? What did we say earlier about portal and portals? Sometimes they can go within the half dimension. So what happens if you have a portal to the half dimension? You have an endermite. There's an endermite on the inside of the egg. The egg is then hit with regeneration. It mutates the obsidian, the crying obsidian, with the endermite. And the endermite eventually becomes the Ender Dragon. Now hear me out. You may think, oh, well that could be literally anything. It could just be doing that. It could just be doing that to the crying obsidian. Why couldn't it do that? How do you repair an elytra? You use a phantom membrane. Phantom membranes are from what? Phantoms. The phantom is an insect. You know what else is an insect? Endermites. Mm-hmm. Absolute cinema. The endermite is the Ender Dragon. And I believe the full version, a incomplete version of the Ender Dragon, is the Phantom. Or it's a subsidiary of that same creature that is able to actually transport itself, because it only comes to you when you're feeling tired, which means it can detect you even without being there. How would it know that? Unless it was in another dimension staring at you from halfway inside. Oh, yeah. What about the three big-headed monster? Oh, you're talking about the Wither? How do you make a Wither? How do you make a Wither? Oh, yeah. We're going there. A Wither is 3 Wither skulls stuck on soul sand. Soul sand, soul sand, soul sand, soul sand. Wither skeleton head, wither skeleton head, wither skeleton head. We already know that inside of the Soul Sand Valley there are thousands upon thousands of bones. It's a graveyard. So what happens when you select the bones that it's going to use? And we already know that the Wither is a part of an infection. We already know the Wither skeletons are a part of the infection. So what happens when you use an infected bones with the souls of the damned? You get the beginning of the end. And that's why it's called the beginning. Because that's the beginning to the infection that is the Endermen, the parasites that are on the inside, and that is a golem. It's the equivalent of it. I said, sorry, I'm stuttering. It's the equivalent. There's no mutant wither. That's not real. That's a mod. That is not official. It is non-canon. The regular wither, though, it's basically the same thing as a ghast. It's just using 3 souls and 1 instead. And its souls are that of infected people. It is a soul that wishes not to be alive anymore, which is why it will tear and wither everything away, because it has the same effect on the bones of the damned and those who became the Ender Men. It was a beginning. It was a sign that the end times are near. I knew it all along. I knew it. And you all doubted me. You all said that it couldn't be done, that Minecraft could never be solved. Well, you're wrong. I knew it. I knew it the entire time. I've always known. It was always me. Frosty, what the fuck, man? How do you freaking know about this? I'm just a fucking genius. I'm a genius. Also, there are like several thousand different... Okay, so most of the mobs that are not like real creatures or zombie or skeleton are all mostly just fucking golems. You're missing one thing. What am I missing? Tell me. The element of surprise. You are Steve's son? No, you're not. No, you're not. Me? That I'm Steve's son? Check out these guns. I'm just Steve himself, okay? So anyway, I'm gonna make an actual video explaining much better my points, and I'm gonna make an entire video series about my unofficial headcanon for Minecraft and its lore. And damn it, my computer turned off. You look less skinny than before. I am a lot less skinny. Last time you guys saw me, I was probably 120 pounds. Did you get a new girlfriend? No, I did not. Your boy is single. What about the warden, though? That's a golem. In fact, that's a part of the plant golems. It's basically the equivalent of like a creeper, or a creaking, or what else is there? What other plant life creature is there? So there's the creeper, the creaking, the warden. Those are the like bio gold, because they can be naturally created by a plant. Basically, plants can absorb souls. We know this because netherwort basically absorbs the souls from soul sand. We also know that mushrooms can do the same exact thing, because we can make a potion of weakness using a red mushroom and a brown mushroom and putting that with some water, right? A red mushroom and brown mushroom plus water equals awkward potion. Then we put in a flower, right? Or not a flower, we put in a fermented spider eye, and that creates the weakness potion. The fermented spider eye is the weakness potion. So we know that mushrooms themselves absorb souls, which means to make an awkward potion, you need a soul in water or in some type of liquid. So basically, it can redistribute and can be ingested into your body. How old are you now, Master? Why are you calling me Master? One. And two, I'm 21. I'm turning 22 next month. Um, Also, is my phone? Yeah, we're good. We're good on health. Um, Basically, because of that, we know that plants themselves can absorb souls. So we also know this from our master. Maybe not. Let's chill with the master thing, okay? Um, Basically, because of that, we know that Skulk also absorbs souls. We see this directly when a creature dies; it basically spreads, which means we know that they reproduce that way. Well, the Warden kills a lot of creatures, and well, the Skulk just take the bones of a creature because again, thousands of creatures are dying on top of it constantly. So it's taking in that energy. That energy is then taken from there. It's pushed down. It then creates this thing called the shrieking, basically a soul trapped that whenever it is activated by sound, which is the skulk, basically a thing that moves around when it hears something, that then sends a signal wirelessly to that soul. Again, these are all soul things. That's not actually sound that it's hearing. It's the equivalent. Well, I mean, it is, but it's not at the same time. Basically, that wireless thing is its radius. Basically, when you step down, it's the equivalent of soul speed. That that energy goes to the skulk sensor. That skulk sensor then sends that information to the shrieking. The shrieking then basically causes it's a certain sound that then causes the warden. The warden then grows, right? It's a bunch of bones from the deceased creatures in the ground. The skulk, the shrieking, sits in its stomach, right? That's how it's going to get around. It has skulk for head, but then it's on bones and reinforced bones and yada yada yada. And then it walks around and it's literally just a bone creature built of these two systems. And why is everything from the stomach? Well, that's just where they place the fucking thing. I don't know. That's just a design choice, I guess. I don't know. I just know that that's probably where he can hold the most souls because that's just where that is. And then the sensor is just its head, so then it can move its head. Either way, the warden is literally just a golem at the end of the day. It's a bone golem. So that's a bone golem. Creaking, also a golem, made of tree. Pretty simple. It's just spawned in by the heart, right? So it's spawned in by basically a sentient tree. So when you hit it, every time you hit it, it's stealing life from you. It's stealing some level of experience, right? It's then turning that into sap that it then eats later. It's basically like a sugar. Start you an MC server for your channel maybe later when we have more people watching at any given time. But yeah, no, it's basically is stealing life energy and putting it under the tree. The tree then eats it and then spawns another one later. That's basically what it is. It's basically trying to kill you so then it, because every time it hits you, it also sends back stuff. So it's literally just a back and forth of energy. It's using that immortal creature to then send it back. Let me be a civilization leader, Frosty? Maybe. I might have to do a lore accurate Minecraft world. I want to be like Notch. Make you a game then. Make hundreds of games. But yeah, no. Basically, the warden is the warden of creaking golems. The creeper is a pig skull that's basically hollowed out on the inside, and it uses the energy that it pulls from the. It's basically using regen on itself constantly, some type of regen, or some force where the closer it gets to you, the more energy it has. So it's probably taking energy from the grass itself down. I don't know. That one, that I don't know exactly. I think it's like some type of nitroglycerin that's in its body, in some organ down here that causes it to explode, very similar to TNT. Basically, it's making nitroglycerin out of the nitric acids that are in the pig and some other stuff. to make glycerin that it puts in nitroglycerin. Boom. So whenever you hit it, it shakes up the creature. The creature then attempts to explode on you because it got closer, shakes itself because it's nervous. Boom. It then spreads it out everywhere. Basically, explodes. It attempts to explode on the player to get its skull or something, right? The spores are then spread out. A pig eats the spores later. It dies. Creeper takes over its body. New creeper. Pretty self-explanatory. So that's another golem, right? Because we just explained that the warden is a golem, creeper's a golem, creaking is a golem. So we just found 3 golems that are not classified as golems. We know that the Ender Dragon is a golem. We know that a Ghast is a golem. The Ravager, that's a villager's soul put into an iron golem. That's a golem. Iron golem, copper golem, snow golem. We're at 9 golems now. What else is there? The Wither's a golem. That's 10. What else is there? So we're at 10. 10 golems now. The Guardian and Elder Guardian, also golems. That is literally just tech. They're like a fish version. They're like Prismarine, right? And some advanced Prismarine that they made. They basically attached an eyeball to it, or some type of creature. It uses its skull. Copper Golem. That's 11. Elder Guardian, 12. Regular Guardian, 13. What else? What else is there? I'm trying to think. There's more. I know that. But then you have like skeletons, technically golems. They're just bones that have manifested. I've already said snow golem. Hold on, let me write all this down. We'll open up Minecraft and we'll just start putting shit away in here. But yeah, no, a creeper is a golem. So we're gonna start from 0. Creeper, warden, creaking, Ravager, snow golem, iron golem, copper golem, I wrote this down at some point. Either way, you guys know what golems, right? What's another creature? Oh, the blaze. That's a golem. The breeze. That's a golem. Hold on, let me just look up all Minecraft mobs. There we go. What else is there? Ender eggs is a golem. The fuck are you? Ender eggs? You mean the Ender Dragon? Ooh, slimes. Magma cube. Slime, magma cube. Those are golems. What else is there? Sulfur cube. Like, those are all... what are all 87 mobs? Damn. No, slime is not a slime. Slime is a slime golem. Pufferfish? That is not a... What? I mean, it's a part of one. Basically, they put a pufferfish on the inside of some prismarine, and then they made a golem. That's the fucking Guardians. What else is a golem? What else? What else is there? I'm trying to think of all the mobs. Because they've just been adding so fucking many. It's hard to keep track. And my Minecraft is not loading. We're gonna make a new tab. We're gonna start writing all this down. Nope, not a golem. Creeper. Why the fuck is it doing that? I do not need all that spacing. So we got creeper. What else is there? Phantoms, they're not a golem. That's an undead mob, so that's an insect. Creeper, creaking, warden, iron golem, copper golem, creeper, creaking warden, iron golem, copper golem, snow golem, slime, magma cube. What else is there? Blaze. Herobrine, also not a golem. That's just a mob character, really. Breeze. The LA. Technically, well, I'm not gonna classify that. I'm gonna classify that as a spirit. Ghast. What else? Oh, Ravager. What else is there? So we've got Creeper, Creaking, Warden, Iron Golem, Copper Golem, Snow Golem, Slime, Magma Cube, Blaze, Breeze, Ghast, Ravager. Yeah, those things are the ones that go, that's a spirit. I'm not going to count that. What else? Yo, Sparky, what's up, my guy? Ender Dragon. We're going to count that. What's up, my guy? Welcome to Minecraft Theory today, where we're just trying to figure out all of the golems in Minecraft. Right now we have the Creeper, Creaking, Warden, Iron Golem, Copper Golem, Snow Golem, Slime, Magma Cube, Blaze, Breeze, Ghast, Ravager, and Ender Dragon. How's your job? It's going pretty well. It's going well, really well. I got Employee of the Quarter. Also, thank you for the like. Thank you for the like. I really appreciate that. We got Employee of the Quarter. Frost. You're going to be more consistent now? Let's hope. Never played Minecraft? You're banned. You're banned. I'm going to try and be more consistent, but like I said, once 2027 hits, we're definitely going to be a lot more consistent because I actually have videos lined up. I've been editing and writing a script and everything for a Minecraft theory that I'm going to put out, mostly starting with the... I'm probably actually going to start with the Enderman. I forgot, do you still work at a food place? No, I do not. I am now a security guard. Yep, I can technically work at Five Nights at Freddy's. At Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. Excuse me, sorry, I just sneezed all over you guys. I'm Unk Bro. Yeah, you need to play Minecraft immediately, because there's a lot of lore that you're not going to get. You're FNAF guy. Yeah, I'm the FNAF guy. Creeper, Creaking, Warden, Iron Golem, Copper Golem, Snow Golem, Slime, Magma Cube, Blaze, Breeze, Ghast, Ravager, Ender Dragon. There is more, I know. What else is there? Oh, Wither. I'm gonna count skeletons. Wither skeletons. I remember you being a scary... Yeah, I used to be there. I no longer work there. They moved me over, and now I'm at a different location. I'm, like, down the street, though. Basically, all I know is my sister is terrified of Enderman. Yeah, kinda. But I think... She doesn't know this, and most kids don't. It's actually an infection. I'm not going to go into it. If you would like to see that, go ahead and rewatch this video. Go about 10 to 30 minutes in, and you'll start hearing about the Ender, like the entire lore. In fact, I would just rewatch this video whenever you get the chance. That would, one, just be greatly appreciated, and two, it'll catch you up to date with my Minecraft lore. What else? Gotcha. Yes, sir. He dropped a truth bomb. I really did. I went into extensive detail. I started crying. He did. He did. I watched the tears run down his face uh, as I ruined his entire, like, his gaming childhood. What else? What else? The Bog. The Mummy. I'm gonna call it the Mummy, but it's basically just a desert skeleton. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm gonna call it the Mummy. Any skeleton-like creature is technically, by association, also a golem. I forgot what's the thing. Shulker box. That's not a golem, despite what people may think. It is not a golem because you cannot create it. I think it's a type of clam, right? It's like an ender clam. And like basically it itself causes the coating. That coating then becomes the eyeballs. Like it uses that energy to then become itself. Yeah, I think it's a clam. Snaps down. It basically distills the pearl, so it's no longer a pearl, and basically uses that to then create itself, which is why I can port. Yeah, I think it basically did what humans couldn't and adapted. So yeah, that one is not a golem, despite what people may think. That is not a golem. What else? Am I missing a creature that is like? Because is an insect. A phantom is an insect. Warden creeping, creeper creaking, warden, iron golem, copper golem, snow golem, slime, magma cube, blaze, breeze, ghast, ravager, ender dragon, wither skeletons, bog, and mummy. How is security life? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I mean, sometimes I get a little frustrated, but it's nothing I can't handle. Like some people will be stupid and ask me dumb questions, and some people will be smart. Most people are pretty smart. Some people dumb as rocks. I'm not going to name any names because it's not an individual. It's kind of like on a day-to-day basis. Is it boring? Extremely. I don't do much in a day. I come to work. I just write a few so there's this thing called a DAR. Basically, it's me just reporting in and saying what I see. I do like that every 30 minutes. Other than that, I watch cameras. So it's, and then after 6 p.m. I go upstairs. I basically like scan rooms and stuff like that. It's not exciting in the slightest. I listen to music all day. I just put one headphone in one of my ears, and then I just walk around the building. Do you need a license to do it? Yes, you do. Yes, you do need a license. I have a level 2 license. I'm not going to show it to you because like that's an ID, and I really don't want you guys saying like you guys can know my name, right? Caden Clark, right? But you guys are not going to be. I'm not going to be showing you my ID because one, it's going to give you my middle name. Never going to give you that. It's going to show my location, stuff like that. I'm not doxing myself. Like you guys can know my name. It doesn't really mean much. But yeah. Also, if you guys didn't know, my last name is Clark. Like the Backrooms people. Yeah, like that Clark. Clark! It was really odd seeing that movie, I'm not gonna lie. But yes, you do need a license to work as a security guard for any level security guard. No, I don't want you to get doxxed. You're the next Matt Pat. I appreciate that. Should I start a channel called LARP Theory, where it's me as Matt Pat, LARPing? That'd be kind of funny. And then just pulling in my own like theory crafting. I can't fucking speak today. What the hell? I think that's all of the mobs. Ooh, I think that's what I forgot. Forgot to put the guardians. Guardian, elder, guardian. Also, I'm spelling guardian wrong. I got the A and the U backwards. What else is there? I mean, there's silverfish, but that's not a. Ooh, the skeleton horse. That is technically a golem. Is the pay decent? I was thinking of looking into it. I'm 19, gonna be 20. The pay's all right. I get paid 19 an hour. So for me, and I also get paid weekly. So I get paid like 600 a week. It's pretty good. I like the pay. I think if other people were to get the job, I think right now we get like a small shortage going on. All right. What was that mob I just saw 2 seconds prior? That's pretty good. Yeah, it's a good job. I do suggest it. Sometimes it really depends on the building on whether you'll like the job or not, though. I know I really did not like the job when I first started at the other location, the fucking location that looked kind of like the back rooms. I didn't like that one. Luckily, they were able to switch me to a different building. I never complained about it. I just kind of sucked it up. But they put me at a different building, which was good. And then, yeah, I like the job that I am. I like the job that I'm at right now. So I've just been keeping with it. It's one of those things where you just kind of roll with the punches mostly. Homeless people, they are an issue. I will say that homeless people suck. I can definitely say that with like pure certainty. Homeless people suck because normally they will attempt to do things knowing that they can't. Like it's illegal. They'll be trying to like sleep inside the building or come inside and steal stuff and yada yada yada. Did they try to stab you? No, but they basically act like they have stuff to try and get me to back off so then they can try and sleep in, let's say, the pool area because it's got like a seat that they can lay on. Again, it's one of those things that's like I don't like the homeless people. I'm not saying that all homeless people are bad. I'm just saying that I personally don't like. Ooh, stray. Forgot to put stray on here. I personally don't want that crowd, and unfortunately, that was a big crowd. And the other guy that I worked with was very lazy. So even if I was in trouble and I tried to use like the intercom, even if I was in a situation where someone was trying to stab me, he would not care because he wouldn't be paying attention in any way, shape, or form. He was a terrible worker. Aren't dogs also golems? No. Why would the dogs be golems? No. No, they are not. Let me look at what I got. Skeletons are technically by technicality golems because they can be made and they can like bring themselves to life because they themselves are a skull and the soul can go back into this and soul energy can go into a skeleton. It's biological. Basically turns itself into a cool creature. Aren't you ever gonna cut your hair? No. I mean, I did today actually. I cut my hair. I cut the sides down. I went to a barber shop. Well, not barber shop. I went to a Great Clips today to go get the sides cut down. Y'all want to see my hair? That means Steve is a golem because he has a skeleton side. No, Steve is not a golem because he's alive. The skeleton is not alive. It's still dead. It just has soul energy picking it up and moving it around. Because we know that skeletons... Oh, dude, I'm looking sexy. Look at that. I am looking gorgeous right now. Just straight up delicious. I look like a snack. Okay? Ladies, watch out. Your boy is single. Your boy is single. Ladies. I'm just trying to see the function. Ladies. But no, I'm probably not gonna cut my hair for a little bit. No, picklins are good. Allay, axolotl, bat, camel, cat, chicken, cod, cow, donkey, frog, glow squid, horse, mushroom. There's an argument to be made that the mushroom is also infected. We're not going to get into that. I've already blown your mind enough for today. The snow golem, that's a golem. Squid, strider. I don't know if the strider is a golem or not. I don't think it is, though. Mycelium, not a golem. A golem has to be a living creature, not a living creature, a creature, a non-living creature that is solely powered off of life force. A strider is not a golem. Mushrooms are infected. Yes, mushrooms are in fact infected, but they're not infected the way you think they are. Zombies are not golems. Oh, it's called the Stray. It's not the Mummy. Oh, no, that is the Mummy. Sorry, moving my stuff out of my face. The Aether mods. The Aether is not... I'm gonna throw you through a window. The Aether is not canon. So we will not be adding it in. So yeah. The Aether is real. The Aether is not real. It's a mod. You know it? No, I don't know it because it's not real. It's not real. I think I got all. I think I got them all. I got all of the golems. The portal energy is just off. I think you're just dumb. But anyway, it has been about an hour. You have to get glowstone to form. Sure. If that's what you think, sure. Either way, thank you all for watching. I'm about to get off. I'm going to go to bed. I have to wake up early in the morning so I can take my sister to work. So anyway, thank you all for watching. My name is Frostbyte. I love y'all, and see y'all later. You gonna live tomorrow? Probably not. I got a bunch of stuff to do tomorrow. I gotta fix my car. I've got to drive my sister to work. So long, Frost. I will probably be live somewhere maybe Sunday. I might be live Sunday. We'll see. I'll let the Discord know. So anyway, thank you all for watching. My name has been Frostbyte. Hold on. We're gonna need the sexiest hair we can get. If you're female and you live somewhere near the Texas area, DM me. I guess I don't know. I'm fucking around. I don't actually mean it. I'm trying to find a girlfriend, guys. So that's an experience. We will figure that out as we go. If I get a girlfriend, I probably will not be bringing her onto the channel. Mostly, yeah, lock in. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I probably gotta lock in, bro. I gotta lock in. I don't even know. I'm really bad. I got an Asian girlfriend. That's what I'm talking about, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. There's a girl at work that I like, but I'm not going to tell her anything because one, workplace, you know, workplace relationships are usually pretty bad, um, and I don't know if she even likes me back or whether she has somebody. She might. I don't want to ask and seem weird, you know. So I'm just not going to ask this particular person, and I'm just going to go about my life talking to other people. Um, is she Asian? No, she's white. I did like an Asian lady. Oh, the sulfur cube. There we go. That is all of the gold ones. No, she's not. This particular lady is not Asian. The other lady that I liked was Asian. She was married. That was dodged a bullet there for a second, because like initially I was like, so how? What are you doing this weekend? Trying to like see if I can throw in hey, do you want to maybe go out sometime, or hey, you and I should totally hang out or something like that. And she was like, oh, I'm gonna be moving my golf course with my husband. Husband? And she was like, yeah, husband. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I started talking about all the problems with my car. Yeah. So he's like rich. So either way, I was like, oh shit, my bad, guys. My bad. And I ended up not asking. I just ended up talking shit about my car for a couple hours, and God, my hair is poking me in the fucking eye. So anyway, I just started talking about my car for a couple hours, and then, yeah, should have told her there that that you can still have a boyfriend. That's crazy, but no, because she works there, and I'm not trying to make her uncomfortable. So anyway, we're cool, we're chill, we're friends. But I'm now pushing my eyes towards other people. So, and again, another lady in the building. I like her too. But this lady, I know almost nothing about. But she seemed to, I mean, she stuttered a couple times when we were talking. And I think she might have been nervous or something, or doesn't, she's awkward, I think, maybe. Maybe she's just awkward like me, where I start to say shit and it just comes out all wrong. Because, like, she tried to tell me her name. Uh, I cut my hair cut my long hair recently. Out my ear, it grows too fast. Yeah, well, my hair is pretty long. I could probably cut it down to to about halfway. Does she make time to talk to you? No. No one really does, and the people that do are all older women, like 60s, 70s, and they're just giving me food because I'm the security guard, right? I mean, I also go out of my way to talk to everybody else, so I wouldn't know. I go out of my way. I'm like, hey, have a good day. See ya. You know. But every time I have talked to her, she seemed nervous. She didn't seem nervous about around anybody else. So I don't know. It could be one of those things where it's like, I like him, but I don't want to like talk to him, because he makes me like I get butterflies. It could be like one of those, I'm nervous to talk to you, and so I'm going to avoid you, type of thing. Or it could just be like, oh, he's here, I happen to stutter. It's probably that. He's here, I happen to stutter, but it's whatever. I don't really care. Just do it and don't regret it. No, because I would then have to keep, working in that same building after I just hit on one of the residents. So, sorry, not residents, tenants. Kind of hard to keep my job after that, especially because she could just file a complaint and be like, hey, he's a creep. And I go, no, I don't, but I have no money. I'm not a creep, I swear. I just said she looks nice. And I like where I work, so I don't want to get, taken away from where I work. Also, my foot smells so nasty. I just pulled my feet out of, one of my feet out of the boots that I'm wearing. And it's disgusting. It smells like straight fungus. I'm kidding. It's as moist as the nether down there. But yeah, so we've been looking on Facebook instead, and it makes me want to fucking shriek and throw my fucking phone out a goddamn window. Okay, because okay, go on Hinged. Okay, well I've already been on Hinge, been on it for several months now. Not a single like, not even a like, let alone a match. Right? I haven't had a single. In fact, you gotta shave the beard? No, the beard is saving me. Trust me, the beard is one of the only things that's my saving grace right now. It's one of the only things that's my saving grace right now. Trust me. I look like a fucking baby faced bitch without my beard going on. Yeah, it's a little fucked off, but it's whatever. I don't really care. But and women like the beard. Okay, women dig a beard. It's not, dude. Looks not. It's not, dude. Looks. No, it's not. Looks like a neck beard. No, it doesn't because there's nothing down there for it to look like a neck beard. But either way, trust me, most women have said they like my facial hair. They don't want me to get rid of it, so I'm keeping it. Just because you baby faced bitch doesn't mean that I am. Okay, we're keeping sides. Got it? And that's a those stay. We're not shaving. Um, I shave them down a bit to make them look nice, but um, no. Anyway, so your loss? No, I just look like a baby faced bitch. Don't ask the fish how to fish. I'm not asking the fish how to fish. As the catcher, I'm reeling shit in. Okay. On Facebook dating, I've had a couple of likes. The first one that I've matched with, we're gonna call her Brittany. Me and Brittany, we start talking, but it almost seems to go nowhere. Where she's trying to be more friends than date, and we've been on 2 dates now, trying to like see if sparks fly. Not a kiss, not like lovey-dovey messages, nothing. Like, god dang, there's fucking hair in my mouth. Nothing. That's a dead end. So I'm kind of just gonna leave it there as a fucking dead end. I got another match. Same shit. Where instead of actually being able to go on a date, I'll be like, hey, do you maybe want to go on a date? And she'll be like, well, I kind of want to catch up on rest. Women speak, no, you fucking ugly troglodyte. Why would I ever want to go on a date with you? Look at yourself. And look at me. And she's not even like that good looking either. She's like a 5 at best. Right? Like, I actively am lowering myself down on purpose just to try and catch anything, really. And, yeah, no, she ain't, this is not going anywhere with that, you know? And then the third person that I matched with recently, like today, has not spoken at all. I said, oh my god, you have a frog? What's its name? Trying to get the ball rolling, you know? Trying to get the ball rolling on a relationship because I'm trying to get into a relationship. I'm not trying just for sex. No reply. It is 8 hours later. I'm not gonna lie. Just find an Asian girl person or something. I like them a lot. Yeah, you might find an Asian. I just want a girl that I find attractive to be with. That's it. That's my only stipulation is I find them attractive. That's it. They don't even gotta be sane at this point. It's easy. What are you talking about? You are 19. Nothing about your life is going to be easy. Okay? You probably met them in high school. You probably met them at the place you work at. Or somewhere close by. How tall am I? I'm 6 foot. I am a good height. Okay? Look at this. Okay? Look at this build. Pardon the pants. These are work pants. But like, I'm a good height. Okay? I'm a good height. I'm a good frame, actually, too. No, I use apps. Exactly. I'm 6'4". Maybe that's it. Maybe. Who the fuck knows? But you're also young. So you can date an 18-year-old or some shit. I cannot date an 18-year-old. I am 21. Turning 22. Yeah, you're a tall, good build. Exactly. I feel like I'm at least a 5, maybe a 6, you know. I'm not the best looking person in the world, but I'm not the worst either. Okay? I can pull off a fit, and I have been told I look handsome by several women. Okay? I feel like I can pull. But I'm socially awkward, right? I am socially awkward, so it makes it very hard for me to talk. You gotta find someone in your niche. I'm trying. That's why Facebook dating. Like a rocker. Really hard to find those people, by the way. Again, I need to find someone in my niche. So, I thought nerdy women. You know? Nerdy women. Rock women. Metal women. Find a girl at a thrift store. I can't go up to random people and just start talking to them. I will immediately get a fucking sexual harassment fucking thing filed on me, and I will go to prison or jail and get booty raped by a like big black dude. I'm not trying to have that happen to me, okay? All because I decided I found someone attractive. It is not that easy. I swear to God. And people say it is that easy. It's not. No, you won't, dude. Yes, will. You know how many women have screamed, pointed, and said pervert as loud as they could? No, just gotta not be weird and look good. I'm gonna strangle you, you shit stain. One, looking good is completely objective. It's subjective. Yes, I walked up to a girl, right? This was at a Walmart, and I was like, "Hi, I think you look attractive. Is there any way I can get your number?" And she went, "Pervert!" and yelled as loud as she could. I walked away. 2 dudes walked up. It's subjective, but there's a standard. I feel like I meet the standard. I feel like I meet a standard. It's not like I'm that weird. Okay, I can walk up. I can be like, "Hey, I thought you looked good. Is there any way I can get your number? Maybe we can have some coffee." It happened on 3 separate occasions with 3 different women. 3. Like I dress well. I've got like a chill haircut right now. I mean, sometimes it's a little ugly because I gotta shave it down, but it's not that bad, right? I got a cool necklace. Like I got wristbands. You're just neurodivergent, maybe. I don't know. But then I try looking for people who are neurodivergent, but then they're just batshit crazy, right? When I go, hey, you know, I'm a bit on the nerdier side. I like dinosaurs. I like metal music. I watch movies. Like I'm, if it's media of some kind, I've probably seen it. You might gotta lose the man bun. The man bun stage. You have no idea how ugly I have looked beforehand. This is the best I have ever looked. The best. And that's sad, okay? Because short hair does not fit me. You'll find it, but online it's hard. It is hard. I know. That's why I'm sitting here being like, it has been several months. At this point, I'm not sure if they're intimidated and think I'm just already taken. I'm not sure if they're just like, wow. Do you like gym girls? Oh, I love gym girls. But I went to the gym. That's where the other one, fucking pervert. I went to the gym. I went to a local crunch. I was doing some chest, you know, trying to build up those pectorals, right? And I saw a lady from across the room. I thought she looked fine as fuck, right? In my head, I was like, wow, she's so pretty. I should go up and talk to her, right? And so I was hyping myself up for a bit. So I was just, you know, pushing weight. And then she moved over to like some other thing, and she was like right next to me at this point, right? And I looked over and I said, it's now or never, in my head. It's hard to talk to them, but you gotta start as friends low key. Maybe, but I walked over and I went, hey, I just wanted to say you look stunning today. Is there any way I can get your number? Right? Because again, I don't want to hit him with the, did you fall from heaven? Because damn, girl, you look like an angel. Right? I don't, that's too much. Like, that's not me. That's not me. Okay? I don't, if I want a girl to like me, I want them to like me for me. So, I was like, hey, I just thought you looked stunning. Is there any way I could get your number? And in the middle of a gym where all the big burly people are, she goes, pervert, points and just yells. Like, I don't know if it's a new strat or something, but like, that's just how it be. You gotta talk to her at least. Well, yeah, no shit. But we're in a gym. I don't know what to talk about. But like, hey, is there any way I could work in with you? But then she's gonna be like, well, you're doing chest, I'm doing legs. What are you talking about? You gotta talk about before getting her. I don't know what to talk about. I'm socially awkward. That's the issue. I'm socially awkward, so I don't know what to talk about. I don't want to start with, hey, do you believe in aliens? You know, you gotta split. Do you run? How long you been lifting? Say what split you do. Run how long you've been lifting. Anything relevant to the context of the setting. Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm socially awkward. So all that's gonna say whenever, if I were to say this to a girl, this is how it would go. Imagine you're the female, you're the girl. I look over. Hey, is there any way I can work in with a set with you? I gotta get a couple of legs in, right? Is there any way I can work in with you? You look pretty strong. Then I'm working in, right? Just don't start with number, cause it's like you only want her number. That's all you see her as, a number. No, this is gay. I'm not gonna be there. I'm just saying. Imagine you were the person and I just walked up to you. That's it. That is how the situation will be. It will be awkward as fuck. Okay? It's already awkward as shit. And you're a fucking dude. See how much more awkward it would be if I, one, didn't have this level of confidence, and two, it's already awkward. My confidence level's down here, okay? Everyone else is usually pretty up here. Awkward as shit, okay? I am awkward. I'm socially awkward. Because after I get to, like, let's say she does say yes, and she goes, yeah, of course, She comes in, I'll just be like, so what's your name? Oh, it's Samantha. What's your name? Oh, it's Caden. Squat. I don't know what to say after that. Now I'm just being in. You think awkwardness existed in primal times? Fuck no. Usually they were just like, ooga booga, smash. And then she goes, and he go, and she go, and just fucking slobs on his knob. That is not how it works today. If I go, smash, she goes, what is a troglodyte like you doing here? I can smell bitch from 10 miles away, and man, it's smelling real bitchy in here. You think you can breathe the same air as me, you fat fucking troglodyte, you insignificant worm, you perverted fuck. That's how that would go. That's how in my brain everything is going. That is what would happen, right? Let's say I took it nice and easy. Oh, is there any way I could work in with you? I have a boyfriend. I wasn't even hitting on you in this instance. I just said, can I work in with you? You heard me, boy. You smell like fucking shit. Get out of here. I thought this cologne smelled nice.
You're wearing a cologne. Let me smell. That's no cologne.
It's the same thing your boyfriend's got on. He sprayed it on me.
No wonder I smelled bitch. I've been cheating on him for the past 3 years.
So then what was the point of telling me you have a boyfriend? Just to tell me to go fuck myself?
How about you take the hint?
My bad, guys. My bad. My bad. So anyway, that's what runs in my brain. Even if none of that is true. Even if the lady in front of me does find me attractive. I'm so socially awkward. It's, it's very difficult. It is like throwing a glass vase at a wall and hoping the vase does not shatter. It is really difficult. In fact, I hate going to places by myself because, again, I feel the social pressure that's on my like going to Walmart should not feel like walking through a goddamn volcano, but it does. Like I don't even like going to family events because I feel uncomfortable at family events. I know these people.
I'm related to them. I'm there by blood. I get the right to be there just for existing.
And I still feel like there's a wall between me and everyone else. I'm trying to break that wall or climb that wall, get the fuck over it. I'm slowly trying, but it happens. You know, it's one of those things that you just gotta get through, right? And unfortunately, I have a very high pitched voice, so it's one of those things that a lot of women are just turned off by immediately, uh, which sucks sometimes because they just instantly assume you're gay, which sucks because I'm not, and yet several women have assumed that I am, and that's why I've gotten no puss from some of them. I'm saying no puss, but because like they wanted to smash, it's like a one and done type of thing, not necessarily like oh well, they want a relationship with me. They just wanted to take a part of the chocolate. You do trans voice training to get deeper voice. I don't even know what that is. And secondly, that's not me though. That's not me. This right here is the me that they're getting. And that's what I want them to get me for. Is this right here. This whole package. Okay? If they want me, they want me. If they want me, they're getting me. Okay? The whole package. If they don't want it, what can we do? Fuck them. If they don't want me, they ain't getting shit from me. But anyway, my phone is at 14%. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm going to figure out my fucking situation where I get bitches. Like Elliot Rogers them. I don't know what that is. But either way, I'm going to go to bed because I have to put my sister at work tomorrow. I have to take my sister to work tomorrow. I am going to put some stuff down so then I can actually go buy shit. And then we're gonna figure out a game plan on how to talk to women, where to find women. This sounds like I'm an incel. I'm not. I'm just prepping because I'm. The fuck is that? I'm just prepping because I'm autistic. I have a touch of the tism. Okay. As you can see, because I'm wearing a fucking Yoda shirt. Yoda. Oh yeah. But anyway, thank you all for watching. My name is Frostbyte. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Love y'all. Bye.